How to generate free leads with little to no traffic. Hey, this is Peng Joon here, and today, once again, I'm going to be taking you behind the scenes to a coaching call that I did with my participants. They all paid a lot of money to be there, they invested in themselves, but today you're going to be able to see a snippet and the gist of literally how you can generate more leads by understanding this one thing. You see, most of the time, people have to pay money in order to get more leads. But how would you like to be able to get paid to get leads instead? This is where I'm going to be showing you how I helped this person structure an upsell, and because of that, have leads coming in for free. Enjoy.
I'm going to start off with Nasser. Nasser, go ahead. Always we begin with this question, right? Who do you serve and what is the result you help them generate?
We serve home gardeners in the Middle East and help them to grow a thriving organic vegetable garden. So they can be beginner gardeners, have no experience, or they can have, a couple of years of experience, and we just help them to optimize. And we can do that because I'm an organic farmer and I've set up 2 successful commercial organic farms. And we want to take all the secrets and all the tips and all the tricks that we learned doing it professionally and give it to home gardeners and package it in a way that home gardeners can implement, so they can have access to clean, healthy food. That's who we serve, and that's what we do.
Okay, perfect. So what I'm going to do is we are going to take a look at your funnel together, and we're going to see what we can do in order to take things to that next level. What is the current opt-in rate?
Between 50 to 60%.
Okay, remember guys, so in our past calls, what do we constantly do? We always ask ourselves, what is the weakest link? So, question for all of you here. Again, I'm not just training Nasser here, I'm training all of you to think about your business. If you have not yet completed phase number 1, what does phase number 1 ask you to do? Phase number 1 asks you to build a free page, free offer, a landing page just like this one, where you give out something for free in exchange for somebody's name and email address, which Nasser has done really, really well at. Now, the next thing that needs to happen is we need to figure out what happens, what's the next part of the sales process. If you're new here and you're asking, what should I sell? How do I create an offer? How do I create an offer that people will invest in after I have a lead magnet, after I have a page that's able to capture somebody's opt-in, somebody's name and email? Your upsell is always the next thing that they need as a direct result of you helping them solve that initial problem. Why is it not a traffic issue? It is because Nasser is able to successfully get leads at 30 cents. So whatever it is, can the ads be improved? Probably, we have not seen it yet. But right now, what we have established is the issue is not with the offer. The issue is not with his ads. The issue right now is Nasser has spent $700 to get leads, but we don't know if these leads are converting because there's no offer to back it up. Because right now on the thank you page is really just giving them what was promised, which is an amazing looking checklist. You mentioned that you built like 2 farms. Could you tell us a little bit more about that?
So I set up 2 of those farms, and there aren't any farms, that are using this method specifically that I introduced over the years. So it's been pretty, it's been phenomenal. And I think people are really happy and excited to have that.
Perfect. And how much do you want to sell your first upsell for, the blueprint? So notice that the questions that I'm asking Nasser right now is for me to structure a few things. Okay, notice what I'm doing. The reason why I asked him about his 2 farms, please write down the word credibility. That's what your audience is thinking about you. They're saying in their minds, why should I listen to you? Okay, so for those of you that's thinking about how does this apply to you? So for all of you that's here right now, that's the question I want you to ask. Once you finish phase number 1, where you identify what is your opt-in, what is your lead magnet, what is the thing that you give away for free so that somebody gives you the name and email, you will be doing what Nasser is doing right now, which is to think about how to create this offer. Okay, so how do we create this offer? So I want you to imagine that on this page over here, instead of giving them the download link, this needs to be straight away integrated with the offer. Because now there's congruence, right? It doesn't end here. Nasser doesn't need to spend $700 just to get leads at 30 cents. Instead of paying to get leads, what's going to essentially happen is Nasser is going to get paid to get leads instead. But you can only do that if you have an offer. So the next thing, I would like you to start understanding how to structure, understand how to scale, as well as numbers. And by the way, I'm not good at math, and that's why I'm going to do it together with you. Back to this initial thing, okay? So we are looking at this checklist. This is, by the way, usually like a part of a paid product already. So this is amazing value. So what I would love to be able to see next is, I want to ask myself, okay, if this is what they got, what is the next thing that they will get? So what I would want to do is, I always like to link problem with the solution. Now, all of you, I'd like you to write down those two things. Write down the word problem, write down the word solution. And I want to ask you, if a person downloaded this checklist, at this point in time, what would be the problems that they're facing right now? What do they need help with? What are they stuck at?
So they'll be stuck with deciding, the specifics of a vegetable. So I tell you what are the summer vegetables or what are the winter vegetables.
Okay, what else? What other problems do they face?
So I was actually thinking of offering that as a bump up offer, where it's basically an Excel sheet that's where you can just plug in, how many members there are in your family, and I can tell you, how many tomatoes, how many basil, and the dates, when you should plant them, for about $27 or $30, something like this.
My goal here is to help you develop this muscle in terms of thinking on how to create upsells that connect with the previous step that they could be in your sales process. And the way you do that is always this. I'm going to give you the framework here. I'm going to show you the example, and then we're going to do it together. So now that we understand this, what we are going to do is, I'm going to walk you through this framework of implementing this thing over here. Step number one is always connect with previous step. Now, that means that whatever sales process you adopt, you always want to acknowledge what they did previously so that what you're doing now makes sense. So for example, let's say I had an opt-in form, just like Nasser. Connect with previous step would mean, congratulations for taking action. The checklist that you just downloaded is going to be in your inbox shortly. In the meantime, right? So that's connecting with the previous step. If let's say I have a free plus shipping offer, and in my members area, I want to invite them to a webinar, what would my initial opening be? It would be, give me 1 second, I'm going to step out of frame for a second. If this was a free plus shipping offer, what would that look like? It would be, congratulations for taking action and ordering your copy of product name. Now, depending on where you live, this book, this item might take 1 to 2 weeks for it to arrive. In the meantime, I thought perhaps I could over deliver and start your training right now. So let's begin. Now that you've ordered this book, I'm going to be showing you and revealing to you ads and how to create $1 million ads. But let's talk about how you can take things to the next level. So what am I doing? I'm now connecting with what they just did so that whatever I'm going to present or pitch next is going to make sense. I'm going to create the pitch, but I want you to start thinking about how this is applied to you. So number one, it would be, congratulations for downloading this checklist. This is Nasser here. I appreciate you for trusting me with your name and email. By the way, you're going to absolutely love this checklist. It's going to be sent to you in about 15 minutes from now. And when you receive this checklist, you're going to realize all the steps that's necessary in order to grow organic plants from the comfort of your own home. The entire blueprint, or rather the entire step, plan of action, where to order it from, is going to be sent to you in a second. Well, in about 13 minutes now. And here's the thing. After having built 2 farms, and doing this for over a decade, a common problem people tell me is, Nasser, while the checklist is amazing, here's a common problem people tell me. They say, I don't know how much space do I actually need in order to grow my crops. People tell me, but how much soil should I be mixing in what proportion? They say things like, how often should I harvest my crops? What if I told you that the solution to all of that is by having a blueprint? You see, when I was building my entire business around gardening, I had a blueprint. I had a plan of action. I knew exactly what to do each day. I knew when I need to harvest it. I knew exactly the crop rotation, how often to harvest it after how many days. I knew exactly what is the optimal amount that needs to be in per square meter so that it's not overcrowded? And what if I told you that blueprint is exactly what you need if, number one, you want to be able to grow these organic crops from the comfort of your own home, if you want to be able to not just save money, but take on this hobby that is going to be really therapeutic for you. I know that's one of the reasons why I started. And if you want to do this the right way, that will enable you so that your crops don't die, so that you know exactly how often and when to harvest them, that's why I created this blueprint right here. Now, this is the crop plantation blueprint, where in 60 days, you're going to have the exact plan of action of what I would do if I were to start all over again as a brand new beginner. In this blueprint, it's going to reveal to you exactly what type of soils you need, what type of crops, how often, the mixture. You're going to get the training, the videos, the mind maps, the blueprint, all sent to you so that you don't have to spend a decade trying to figure things out on your own. Listen, I've been doing this for a really long time, and yes, there's a lot of free videos on YouTube out there on gardening, but look, there's a lot of people trying to figure things out, and after a year, 3 years, 10 years, they're still trying to figure things out on your own. But if you like to shortcut that learning curve so that you don't have to go through and make the mistakes of what most people would make, then all you need to do is right below this video, there's an orange button that says add to cart. And if you like this entire blueprint, add it to your order. Go ahead and upgrade your order, and I will see you on the other side. This is Nasir. I hope you enjoyed the checklist, and I'll talk to you real soon. Right, so what am I doing? All I'm doing here is I am utilizing this 5-step process, and now it is extremely congruent. Notice what I did not do. I didn't make it so that the previous step that they did wasn't significant. Now, this is really important to understand, because that's when they're going to feel, but you just told me that the previous thing was the most amazing thing ever. So why is this thing now the most amazing thing ever? So notice that I'm not coming from the angle of this is like a more advanced thing. I'm not diminishing their previous action step. I'm showing them that what they did previously is important, and as a direct result of taking that step, this is the next problem that they will face. So the question I'd like you to ask yourself, what your biggest takeaway is so far, right up to this point. Nasir, where are you at?
No, I thought it was great. That was brilliant to be able, to upsell the paid offer, immediately once you're on the thank you page. And I thought the video and the way you delivered it was great. And I think that it makes total sense. I mean, and even, just getting your feedback now, I'm actually thinking of rewriting the blueprint to make it even more relevant for the people, because it helped me think about, these are the problems that they're going to have, that they need solutions to. So let me focus there. So we're almost done. I mean, I'm done 70%, but I'm gonna switch things up, and I'm gonna put more emphasis to solve problems I know that they're gonna have.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the behind the scenes to this coaching call. If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments below what your biggest takeaway is. And as always, be sure to smash the like button. It does help the channel out a little bit. And to subscribe to this channel if you want to be notified of future videos just like this one. Now, some of you asking me, how can I be part of this process? How can I ask you questions? How can I have you coach me or mentor me? We want to make sure that we are working with the people that's the right fit. You'll need to fill up a form. There's a link right below this video. Somebody on my team might give you a call to interview you to see if the right fit for each other. And if you want to apply and see if you're a good fit, then all you need to do is click on this link in the description box below, and my team will be in touch with you.